A backsplash is a quick and easy way to give your kitchen a facelift. With a little planning and elbow grease, it can be done without dipping into the kids' college fund. Today, my sister Michelle and I are here to teach you just how easy it can be. Let's get to it. The first thing that you're going to want to do is pull out the stove or range and make sure not to kink the gas line or power. You simply want to get it out of the way. Pull off the cover plates to your outlets and switches and remove screws to allow the outlet or switch enough space to install tile behind. Mark off the left and right edges where you want the tile to begin and end. Measure the height of the backsplash to determine the layout of the tile. So you get your measurement, overall measurement of the tile height of the backsplash. Then we have our 12-inch sheets of tile here. Once you've determined the layout of the tiles, it's time to start applying mastic. When applying the mastic, you're going to use a 3/16 trowel. The size trowel that you use is based on the size of the tile. What that pattern does, it creates an air pocket. When you shove the tile on, it creates a suction and holds the tile on the wall. When applying the mastic, it's very important to remember that you don't apply too much mastic at one time. The mastic can dry and not allow the tile to adhere to the wall properly if you apply too much too fast.
The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have a level edge on your tile. The backsplash is going to be left justified, so we're going to use the square and make sure that all your cuts are going to be level and straight.
Most of the field tile is going to be pretty easy, but when you get to an outlet or something similar to that, it's going to be a little bit more math. You're going to want to make sure that you measure twice so that you only have to cut once. I'm going to throw the tile on and then give it a good tap so that it suctions to the wall.
The good thing about mesh mount tile is they are so easy to put up, but sometimes they aren't spaced evenly and you'll have to adjust those by pulling them off and replacing them. After you've cut your tile, you're going to make sure that you get all the water off. Any excess water is going to make the mastic wet and it's not going to adhere the tile properly to the wall.
Once you've installed all of your tile, you're going to want to let it sit for a minimum of 24 hours before grouting. The only tools you're going to need for grouting is your float and your grout. Apply a large amount of grout to the tiles and then take your float and push all of that grout into the gaps between the tiles. The grout that you'll use, whether it's sanded or unsanded, is going to be based on the size of your grout lines. For grout lines 1/8 inch or over, you're going to use sanded grout. For grout lines 1/8 inch or under, you're going to use unsanded grout. You're then going to want to fill up a bucket of water and use your sponge to wipe down all the tile. You're going to repeat this process 2 to 3 times based on whether or not there's any more haze on the tile. Tiling and grouting a backsplash, I give that 4 out of 5 hammers on the hammer time scale. Now you can see, doing a backsplash isn't as hard as you thought it was. You've added style to your home and more importantly, you've added value.